Hey everybody, it's me, Positive Bluebird. It's been forever since I've done a vlog, so I figured while Gerald and his daughter were at Walmart right now picking up his prescription, I would give you an update of what's been going on. You know, I've been all over the map for quite a while during COVID because of housing issues and mold and mildew issues between his unit and my unit, and the housing authority declaring that there's no problems here and that I'm slandering the entire community, all of the neighbors. And I have an attorney now that's investigating and working on this case, so I can't talk into full detail. Some of you that joined my live stream last week did see how disgusting some of these things have been let go and not fixed and whatnot. So I'm doing my part just as much as they claim they're doing their part to protect themselves. I'm protecting my family. In no way is the hospital or myself or attorneys or anybody claiming 100% that between his unit and my unit that the mold and mildew and things just left unfixed from housing are the primary cause to why Gerald went to the hospital or why I have been sick with my kidney disease getting worse and oxygen levels getting bad and things like that. Are they major contributors and red flags to the hospital and myself and Gerald? Yes. Do we personally believe that it's a cause since we moved here? Yes. That's our personal perspective. The housing authority does not live here. We live here. And if you want to call me somebody that's slandering you or trying to ruin a reputation or disrupt your jobs and whatnot through CHAFA and Jefferson County Housing Authority, you know, that's on you. That's nothing that I have done deliberate to try to take people down. We're sick and we're trying to figure out why. And anybody that lives in you know, Section 8 or tax credit or any regular apartment would want to investigate something that looks like mold or mildew, and trust me, it's 100% mold and mildew. Gerald was hospitalized 2 weeks ago around the 5th of March. He sat here on the couch and didn't feel good. His stomach was hurting, and the next day urinating a lot of blood. He had a bloody nose for a week, and then suddenly had polka dots all over his entire body that were dime size, quarter size, nickel size, which were blood spots. He was hospitalized for decreased platelet count. I believe it was at 20, which is 20, and he was near death. Poor renal function. I have poor renal function due to my kidney disease, so we're going to look at that and talk to his primary doctor on Friday, find out if he needs a nephrologist now, because I would like to know what his GFR is, which is glomerular filtration rate, and it tells you what percentage your kidney function is at. Mine right now is 24%. He has enlarged lymph nodes, cognitive change, which I've noticed myself, dyslexia has worsened, congenital anomaly of the eye. He has a pin-size hole in his eye. And when they did a CAT scan and whatever other scans they did, that's what they said, congenital anomaly of the eye. History of bacterial meningitis, which you guys remember back in 2018, around October, November, when there was construction here and they were remodeling the whole outside, and it took them 5 months, by the way, because they had contract issues and tearing apart siding from hail damage in the previous year. New roofs, new shingles. It was just chaotic. And at the same time, my doctor swabbed the back of my throat because I had pneumonia, and she said it was due to mold exposure. The Q-tip on the back of my throat was black. At the same time, Gerald went to work with 106 temperature. They said he nearly died. So he went to the hospital, had bacterial lymphocytic meningitis, and now ironically we're exposed to mold and mildew. He had a bathroom leak back in September of last year. Took them 2.5 months to cut open the hole in the ceiling several times from a lady above him whose bathtub was leaking into his ceiling, and it took probably 4 to 6 different people to patch it up, patch over mildew and mold without inspecting it, cleaning it, taking it to a lab. They patched over it, then they cut it open again because the leak was not fixed. It was chaotic for 2.5 months. During that time, Shiloh, his daughter, kept getting sick, vomiting in the nighttime, so she's been living here for 8 months. Gerald now is not allowed in his apartment unless he's sitting there for 15 minutes to play with his cat by an open window. That is it. So he is now living with me, and if anybody through the housing authority wants to try to kick us out, good luck with that, because you don't have a leg to stand on in court. Don't try me. His vitals, his blood pressure have been alright. They've been, this one was kind of, I don't know, this one was kind of high. 152 over 83, that top number was a little bit high. Pulse was 102, so that's running quite high. He's had no fever, no exposure to COVID, neither have I. I get my COVID shot tomorrow, by the way. I was nervous, but my doctor talked to me, and a good friend, Carl's Vlogs, got his shot, and I feel a little bit better. And I'm hyper, I'm everywhere, guys. I'm now his sole caretaker, and we're gonna buy a house together, and I'm his secretary, and at the same time I'm taking care of the kids and the pets and running the household, and I'm taking care of myself. And it's a hard job, but I'm willing and eager to do it because I need him to survive. I need him around. We care about him. I've known Gerald since 1988. And his daughter needs him, and we all care about him so much, you know what I mean? He's very strong, he's very brave. I'm very proud of him. He is, I will say, you know, being strong-minded, he's very tired. He's very weak, but I had Shiloh go with him, and the reason being for that is because for me, I've been having trouble with sitting. I'm now on like a cushioned pillow on the floor. It's not very comfortable. I just feel like it's my sole duty to do so. Like, he and I have been rescuing each other for more than 30 years. Whether it was stuff that happened in my personal life when I was a kid and him being bullied, or our spouses from our previous marriages that tried to ruin his and my marriage, which they did, and custody issues and whatnot, we've always come back to help each other out and rescue ourselves by saying, hey, we need help. Hey, can you help me? I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. And if the two of us can work that out wholeheartedly, then that's what should happen around the rest of the world. And I'm always here for him and his daughter. I'm always here for my son. I'm here for the pets, myself. And, you know, just because when people see me with blue hair and me covering up gray and white with chalk, hair chalk, and wearing makeup doesn't mean that I'm not well. I'm not well, but mentally I am. Physically, I feel like crap, but we are so strong because we want to get to a better place. And I kid you not, I feel like since I moved here with my son in 2017, it's been a nightmare. And I can write a book about this place, and you never know, one of these days I will. The housing authority does not live here. They go home every day at 4 o'clock to their own luxury of their own homes and a fireplace and whatnot, and a beautiful backyard and garden, and they don't see what we go through after 4 p.m. They don't smell what we smell from neighbors that are still abusing the rules and law and whatnot of weed and cigarette smoke, and it's still coming through my bathroom sink, by the way, Haley. You know, and they don't live here all day long, but they claim to have been investigating every single unit. They've talked to everybody in my building, D for drama, but if that was the case, then why are we still having issues? You know what I mean? They get to stay, but you want to serve me a 60-day notice to vacate twice? Actually, you came in here once, and you came in here last week to inspect the mold under my sink that's very clear as a bell. I'm not even making sense with my words, but whatever, I don't care. And I show you the inside of the dishwasher, and I tell you about the plumbing and the cigarette smoke and everything else that we all can see, and people on my live stream can see, but I'm lying and there's nothing wrong. You see nothing. That we're, you know, moving in to buy a house, that makes no sense. You know what I mean? His infusion, which is tomorrow, they want him back. And you guys remember I had infusion probably 2 years ago. And I was there twice for 8 hours and it didn't work. My kidneys didn't take. It's working for him, so he may end up doing this for a lifetime. He's gonna do his infusion, which is tomorrow, they want him back. And you guys remember I had infusion probably 2 years ago. And I was there twice for 8 hours and it didn't work. My kidneys didn't take. It's working for him, so he may end up doing this for a lifetime. Doing lab work, 234,000. And in a normal person, it's about above 4,000, I believe. I'm sorry, 400,000. And I'm sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm not going to do too much editing in this video. I hope you guys understand that. This is just a casual vlog. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. It's for my COVID shot tomorrow, but I'm optimistic, so I'm gonna try to vlog that. You know what I mean? Of course we're all gonna be scared, right? Some people are even more scared, thinking that we're getting injected with something like a microchip. I mean, you know, they follow us on our phones, right? I mean, you don't have to worry about a microchip. It's gonna be all right. And I'm gonna do this because it's gonna save my life and it's gonna save lots of other lives. What I'm worried about is they don't want Gerald to have his yet, or at all. And I'm very scared. So when we go to his appointment on Friday to the primary care this time, we will ask those questions. Will he ever be able to get his COVID vaccine, or is he always gonna have to wear a mask for several more months? Another year? What, you know, we got lots of questions, you guys. Myself, I'm at low oxygen, and so it's kind of like a false positive, if you will, with being in stage 4.5. They claim that it is an acute kidney injury due to low oxygen. I wouldn't doubt it. It's hard to breathe in here with a mask on, but when I went to the doctor's office with Gerald yesterday, I can breathe just fine with that mask on. So that's our opinion. It's the apartment. But my doctor thinks she can reverse it to go back to stage 3B by taking me off of some of my blood pressure meds to get me right where she needs me at 140/80. Yeah, 140. I have to look. I can't remember. Anyway, I've got it all documented. And then I forgot, you guys, that little printer. I forgot I could do speech text on my phone and I can print out notes. So I don't have to try to write. We could just do speech text and put it in that little note thing and it prints out, and I'm super excited about that. You know, being Miss Secretary over here. So yeah. I was going to explain that my kidneys do hurt. That's why it's hard for me to walk because of the spinal stenosis from the fall last year. My kidneys hurt from the acute injury, and I am not comfortable. The projects you guys have been seeing, I'm still doing them. I'm a fighter. I just believe in keep going. That's just the way it is for me. I don't ever give up. I don't like staying in bed for hours on end, but if I have to, I will. But I just believe in getting to that happier destination, and I feel like things will get a little bit better. There's no cure for our diseases at all, but there is optimism to get slightly better and more stabilized. And I think leaving this hellhole will get us on the right track. Thanks for listening to me, you guys. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I've got my green and my hazel green, blue, teal eyes. One eye is brighter than the other. It's weird. I don't know if you can see it. This is getting crazy. I'm gonna leave now, and I hope you guys have a good St. Patrick's Day, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Stay positive.